Hello guys, and welcome to another edition of Rage Against the Dice. Today, clearly you can see we're doing an unboxing because it's our channel and we do a lot of unboxings because we buy too much stuff, basically. So it's myself here today, and the person who owns this particular too much stuff is Liam. Say hello, Liam.
Hello.
We are taking all social distancing measures, as much as any two people locked in a tiny room can do. Liam is basically wearing a hazmat suit.
It's great. I love it.
He looks beautiful. So yes, so this is the Indomitus.
You nailed it. Perfect.
I thought so. It was only the third take. But yes, this was a limited edition box set that came out for Games Workshop. You managed to snap one up.
I did.
I also managed to snap one up, but mine, yeah, that's not getting opened anytime soon. I am going to turn the bikes into orc bikes, though. I'm just saying, wow and such.
Wow and such.
Yes, so I think we should just slide this bad boy open and let's dive right in. Now, you haven't decided what chapter you're doing yet, have you?
I'm debating between two. Either going...
At least two.
Yeah, well, I'm either going to go Firstborn, kind of Dark Angels, or Successor Chapter. And I'm thinking if I go Successor Chapter, I'm going to go Ebon Knights, mainly because their artwork is cool. And I haven't got much backstory, so I can kind of fluff it myself.
You can make them all French.
Yep.
Nice. Let's whip this beast open. I do have to apologise. We're going hands-free today because we arrived at the club to realise that someone's nicked the top off the tripod.
Yeah.
So the tripod stand is there.
Words will be had.
Oh, yes. Words will be had. So as you can see, you get this lovely bit of cardboard-based box art, which they put on all their stuff now.
Yeah, it's the new thing of...
Yeah, it's very nice. We could use them as like backdrops for stuff. We probably won't because we're lazy. Yeah. We might put them on the walls.
I now have a collection of these, to be fair, from like all the different
box
sets I've been buying.
Because I bought 3 copies of 8th edition. No, full disclosure, I bought 2 copies and got sent 1 copy.
I think I've got the 2 from the Kill Team starter sets.
Yeah.
Like the one with the Gene Sealers in. I've got that one, and then there's another one somewhere. But yes. So
perfect.
Models.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go closer down in the table so we can see the sprues on an individual basis. But yeah, basically that's what a full box full of sprues would look like. If you're new to Games Workshop, welcome. If you're an old hat like us, yeah, we've got thousands and thousands. These just started around our house. Anyway, back in a second. So yeah, so we have just discovered that the box art has some beautiful art. I actually think, and maybe it's just because of my love for knights in general, but I really, really love the models from this kit. Not the Necrons, because I don't care one bit for Necrons. I'm sorry.
I never liked Necrons.
Yeah.
Necrons until I saw this box set, and I'm like, ooh, actually, I like them.
They finally have character to them. They're not generically sci-fi, android-y, robot-y, bleh, like they used to be. Yes, like the old Flayed One models was horrible. But yeah, they're better than they were. I still do not care for Necrons in the slightest, despite the fact that half of our follower base are from the Idic Beer 40k group, and they do love Necrons quite a lot. Well, Nick has a lot of Necrons, bless him. But yeah, so talk us through what you've got here, what you don't have here, what you should have here.
So this is the Outrider sprue.
Yes.
Which has the 3 Outrider bikes on. Which
they look a bit orky to me.
They do.
Wow.
Once you chop the feet off and everything. But yeah, I actually really like the Outrider bikes. They look cool.
I do. A lot of people whinged about them because they were too close to the ground. And to that I say, suck a D, because they look cool.
Yeah.
And it's 40k. And if you try to think about it a bit too hard, one of the guys in there has a sword with no blade on it. Now I know why, because it's like an executioner axe type thing.
Yeah. I have to laugh when people go like, oh, it's not realistic. Dude, you're a genetically modified super soldier fighting a space orc.
Yes. Or cow people.
Or cow people, yes.
Yeah.
Or
any other number of crazy races.
Or in this box set, robots or androids from the dawn of time that are people, they're now no longer people because they were tricked into putting themselves into robot bodies, and
yeah,
your head hurts after a while.
So some beautiful Catan business going on there.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's the Outriders.
Yeah, I will just stress that. I love the Necron fluff.
Yeah, Necron fluff is really cool.
Yeah. So let's have a look what we've got next.
Is
characters?
Characters.
Maybe?
This is the captain.
Oh, yes.
Primaris captain. With obviously...
Big fan of this model.
Textured base to go on top of it, so yeah, like standing on a rock. I like this one because 2 reasons. One, you can put him just on that one,
Yes.
and then you get the dead Necron to go to his feet.
Ah.
And if you don't want to put the dead Necron on, you get that rock, which is the same layout as that part there. So he's just standing on like a raised platform.
Yes.
Instead of having the Necron.
Ah.
And then obviously the other model is the Necron. I'm not sure which one it is because he'll have a weird name.
He will. I'm going to call him Ken.
But obviously.
But yes,
they are lovely, detailed sculpts.
Yes, this is true. I mean, I rant a lot about digital sculpting because things like this. I'll just get in there. Look how many things are on that guy's belt.
Yeah.
It's cluttered and it's stupid. But then they do gorgeous crap like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some of the sculpts in this box are beautiful. With digital sculpting, it's always the same. They take extra bits and stick it on because they can, whereas a hand sculptor wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't have the time. I like some of the stuff in this box set. A lot of people are complaining because with it being push fit.
Yes.
And they go, oh, it's quite monoposy. And in some ways, it is. You can, if you do have a little bit of, what's the word? If you're not new to the hobby.
Yes.
You go and go, I can easily sculpt that, green stuff that, putting it in.
Yes.
But it's ideal for getting, I can, in theory, if I want to pop these out, build them, and have a set out within an hour.
Oh, yeah, definitely. One thing to say is that Games Workshop, especially with their 40k models, they do have a much more monopose to them. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the Orc and Space Wolf set I just built? What models do you get in that? I hate all the Primaris stupid names. I will just stress. I like Devastator, Assault Squads, etc. Infiltrators, that's the ones. And you can make them up as the other one as well.
The ones with the not Scotty Visor, with the
Geordie Visors. Yeah, I've made them up as, as infiltrators or whatever they're called. Because I think they're cooler. But yeah, they no longer have like the legs, then the body, and then the arms so that they're customizable. Yeah. They'll have like half of a torso and one leg. Yeah. And the cynic in me says they do that to stop third-party manufacturers selling bits.
I know the box what you buy, if you buy them like, not a box set like that, if you buy the actual 10-man box, the multi-part box. Yeah. They have a little bit more customizable. Yes. But again, it's still... You still do kind of have the same models.
Of course, yeah. And as I said, the cynic and probably the realist in me says it's to stop the many third parties.
Oh, well, of course it is. And for this one, we have the Primaris Lieutenant.
Yes.
With shield and plasma pistol.
I love those shields.
I like the shields, but that is a hefty plasma pistol.
It's fair chunky.
It's probably got a weird name. Like, I don't know if it's a Volkite pistol. I've
probably.
Ginchon about. And then obviously... another Necron boy. Again, apologise, I don't know the Necron names.
We are not very good when it comes to Necrons.
We're really not. I will learn though, because I will actually use these.
Are you going to use your Necrons?
I'm very tempted to use them in a small game of like Combat Patrol or something like that. Just have a little...
I was pondering keeping mine for things like Combat Patrol or Kill Team or something.
So we then have 2 sprues of the same, which are the Combat Intercessors.
Yes.
These actually, I really like the look of these guys.
I'm a big fan, but again, it goes back to what we were saying. You can see there's a torso and a leg. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to maybe put Dark Angel style robes on them,
it's going to be difficult.
Yes. I mean, you can green stuff them.
Oh, yeah.
Robes and cloaks are the only 2 things I can green stuff with any kind of proficiency. And fur. Mm-hmm. But I cheat with that. My trick for fur is I put the green stuff on flat, and then when you buy the... Space Wolf wolf packs, the actual wolves, not the wolf pack, which is the name of the box. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, yeah.
You can either make a cyborg wolf or cybernetic wolf, or you can make a normal wolf, and so you have the opposite half of the head. So I use that, and I just use it as a print. I just cut the cybernetic bit off. So really I've basically got a little bit of plastic that's a section of fur, and I just repeat it, tessellate it.
That's really clever.
It works really, really well.
But yeah, I mean, you see it with like what you're seeing there. This guy here. I mean, you've got his leg, his lower torso, and his upper torso's over here.
Yeah, and you are only going to be able to put him with those bits.
That bit there. The other thing that does annoy me a little bit about these guys is the arms come with the moulded shoulder pads on.
So you can't put faction specific.
I mean, I know it's easy enough when you look at them. You can easily like snip that off,
Yes.
file it down, and put, especially when GW sells customizable shoulder pads in their like upgrade kits.
Yes, and Forge World.
Yes.
Which obviously anybody who doesn't know is part of Games Workshop. I mean, they do operate separately, but as one, it's very weird, but
Yeah.
very beautiful.
And then this, I believe this is the last. Yes, this is the last Space Marine sprue. So we have the Blade Guards.
I love the Blade Guards. They are my
lovely
favourite models from this
I
set.
really like you said, these shields are awesome.
And I love that banner bearer.
The Ancient.
Yes.
I missed out getting the Ancient from the Dark Imperium box set,
Yes.
and I've been trying to get him, but he's just ridiculously expensive on eBay, and I'm like, I don't really want to spend ridiculous amounts of money on him.
Yes, because when they released
Conquest, the magazine, you could get him through that.
Yeah, no, I was thinking because you can now get all the Primaris stuff, but you can't. You can get this stuff from Shadowspear as a Primaris starter set now, can't you? For £55.
The Vanguard.
Yeah, the Vanguard stuff. Yeah, I was about to say.
The stuff in the Dark Imperium, the Ancient, the Lieutenant that's in that, and I think it's the
guy in Gravitas.
The Ancient, the Gravis Captain, and I think it's that Lieutenant. You can't get them. They haven't released them like in a separate sprue. Whereas the other one, the Lieutenant, I might be in the Shadowspear one. No, it's not the Shadowspear. It's another one where he's basically a Primaris guy he's got the power sword held up a high, like in a really triumphant pose. But yeah, then you got obviously your Eradicators, which is Eradicators? No, it's not. I can't remember what they're called. The guys with the massive.
This is what I'm saying. I know Devastators, I know Assault Marines, I know Tactical Marines.
They have silly names.
But I don't know Intercessors, Accelerators, Inflippidators, Flippity-Dippities, etc., etc. Because they need to be able to trademark those names, which I get, but...
and then you've got... where we at? That's the Judicar. That's the guy with with his flat sword with no point.
Yes, now I was actually reading up weirdly about this, and obviously nobility weren't executed the same way as everyone else. Nobility were executed with a sword because it was honourable, and I'm very much assuming this is meant to be like an axe style sword because obviously they decapitate Space Marines, don't they?
Yeah, I imagine that's probably where it is.
Yeah,
and then you have the Chaplain over here and that's the other part.
I love that Chaplain.
I really like that Chaplain.
I'm going to say, for someone who whinges about the modern Space Marines, because I don't like Primaris a lot, I think they look too clean. This is a really good set.
Yeah, I really like
the models are beautiful in this set.
None of the models in this I don't like. I'm not going to use that guy. I'm not going to use that guy. I like all the models in this set. The one thing that's annoying is the shields.
Yes.
I remember when we were doing Kill Team, I built a Sergeant for Kill Team, and just for rule of cool, I give him an old Dark Angels Storm Shield.
Yes.
The one with it's like the anchor type shield with the Dark Angel symbol on the front.
Yes, I know the one you mean.
I give him that, and obviously now Sparks was like, oh, you can't use that because you can't use that. I was like, no, it's just fluff wise. It's just because it's rule of cool.
Yeah.
And then the release guys are like, so I had that arm magnetized so I could remove it off and swap it with another arm. And now they've released it. I was like, damn it, I should have kept it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is all of the Space Marines.
So we're going to take a quick break. So yes, I believe we were moving on now to the filth.
Yes, to the Necrons. And again, I heard a thing about these, about building them, is normally I can build the models and not kind of go off, just kind of build them.
Yes.
I've been told with the Necrons, follow the instructions in the book. If it says glue this part together first, do it, because otherwise the next part then won't slot in.
Yes.
Apparently it's really awkward.
I found that when I was building Gazgul, because I've been playing Games Workshop. Well, I've been collecting wargaming for 25 years. So I've built a lot of stuff. Like when I worked for Games Workshop, they sent us the Orc Battle Wagon, but the instructions were sent separately through the post, and I just bashed that Orc Battle Wagon together, sat there for an hour and put it together, to the amazement, or probably not the amazement of my manager actually, because he knew what I was like. But yeah, when I built Gazgul, I just started building him, and then like partway through, I was like, I need to put this top plate on, but I've already put these other bits on, and I had to kind of half dismantle him.
want to say that the snipers for the Space Marines.
Yes.
The one that come in the Shadow Spear box set.
Yes.
On the Vanguard one, he's kind of kneeling down on his own leg, and I just built him and not realizing. And at the end of the day, I was like, oh, I've got a spare leg. Where's this from? Just like a foot and a shin.
Yeah.
And I realized it goes on there, and then I couldn't get it back in, so I had to snip all the fat down and then kind of fit it in. I'm gonna have to like green stuff around it because I've had to cut a load of it to get it to fit in.
Yeah.
Because like, note to self, read the instructions. But yeah, I mean, this is the giant.
I believe it's called a Fulep.
Probably is. It's that thing with its crazy crab legs.
I wish it was my dad.
And then obviously that one as well with his massive
I
blade gun.
love that one.
That one there. I think that's the one in the trailer for it. That's like chasing the Sister of Battle.
Yes.
It's going to kill her because it's filthy Sister of Battle, and it's what she deserves.
I kind of want Sisters of Battle.
Oh, you
I stopped. I was going to get them originally, but Sparks got them, so I thought continue on with the Wire because it's getting pretty big now. But yeah, the Sisters are calling me, and not like in a weird, sexy way. I mean,
sure.
Yeah.
So this is another, obviously, neck one. Again, I don't know which one it is. They all look the same to me. I'm going to get some hate off them.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that that's a racially insensitive comment. Let us know in the comments.
I'm going to get some hate off the neck one players, but yes. Once I actually build them, I'll learn the names, but I've never really looked at them. And
I'm with you.
I believe the last two sprues are the same.
I was specifically going to learn the names of them for the video, and then I got distracted with Marvel Crisis Protocol.
These are the same sprue, and I believe these are warriors. I think I got that one right.
Yes. I'm going to concur on that one. It might be wrong, but at least we'll be wrong together. But no, I believe they are warriors.
Yes, and these ones come with two options for the guns. You can either have the long shooter or the double shooter.
There's an orc in you somewhere. I love it.
And also you have the weird little crab things.
They're like scarabs.
That's the one. I was going to say Technomite, but I think that's Doctor Who.
Yes.
So that is models from the box. What we have next is paraphernalia. So we have
cheeky little picture.
Indomitus wargaming thing.
Gav Thorpe's on the back. I love Gav Thorpe.
It's
not in a weird way.
If you scan that, you get a small
sample
chapter book. Yeah, sample of thing. Instructions.
Indeed.
Which I will be reading.
Very detailed as well. That's one thing Games Workshop do well. Their instructions are really good, color coded. Do the 40k ones do it where they give the stats in it as well? I know Age of Sigmar stuff does.
This one doesn't.
Probably because you get them all in the book that it comes with.
But I think if you get the other sets, you do get in the back of it, you get the little the stat thing. The
little data sheets. Are they called data sheets?
I think so. I'm going to bin because no one likes transfers.
I hate transfers with a fiery passion.
Another little book, Edge of Silence, which I think,
this is your fluff.
Lot of fluff. Angels of Death, obviously what all the Space Marines are. There's all the stats.
Right, yes. There you go, people.
The stats are in here.
Hey, don't go to them. You'll learn the Necron names. Don't do it.
Overlord, Royal Warden. wait, did I get the warriors right? That's that big guy you like.
The Destroyer.
Yeah. Ha! I did!
Yes!
The warriors! We got one right, Kev.
I got the Scarabs right.
You didn't get that bit. You didn't get the Swarm or that bit, so you're not having it.
Now, I have a positive and a negative here.
Yes.
Positive, the book is gorgeous.
Yes.
And it's a full-fledged, big, full rule book.
Mm-hmm.
The negative is I hate that. I like it when you get the really small book. Remember, like you used to in both Fantasy and 40k. I love the big book, and I always bought it separately. And I'm happy to pay the extra to get it separately. But I like a small book that I can actually take comfortably to game.
That is a canny chunk of book.
I know. And I know everyone will go, well, you can download the rules. And yes, I've got the rules on both my phone and my tablet.
Yeah.
But the problem with that is you're then beholden to batteries.
And you've got like weird Modelimi screaming heads.
Isn't that from Game of Thrones?
The Wall of Faces.
Yes. I mean, I'm not gonna call.
I mean, with
I'm pretty sure that's 4th edition artwork.
with the Emperor there, it's probably all the psychers that have like gone to the death to keep him alive.
Yeah, that's a thing that happens.
And then obviously, glorious.
It's a gorgeous rulebook. I wouldn't mind doing a separate deep dive on it, to be honest.
Yeah, more than welcome.
It's a beautiful book in many, many respects.
All the cool little chapters.
Let's see where my heart lies.
Not gonna lie, I very nearly painted a load of those guys, but then obviously, the Hawk Lords.
Yeah.
Mainly because it's purple and gold, and I thought they would look obviously purple and gold looks cool together. But Vince loves purple so much, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
I was going to do Brazen Claws till I remembered what a nightmare it would be to paint a large amount of Brazen Claws.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm going to do just a custom chapter.
It's like the Howling Griffins. I always liked their paint scheme until I really looked at it and I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And then, obviously, we'll shut the book for now. We're going to do a deep dive on that.
Bye, book. I miss it.
The only thing left in the box now is the most important thing. The bases.
The bases.
Giant bag of bases.
Now, I know we were whinging about lack of customization and stuff before, but even the bases have like the holes for this is where they must go.
Yeah, they must go this way.
No slightly diagonal bikes for you, mister.
Well, I was looking at... Oh, shock horror. I was looking at third-party bases.
I know of them.
And you can get a pretty much full set of Necron-themed bases.
Yeah.
And they actually have the texture base and with the Necron patterns and everything in. And obviously they're the right shape and everything. I was like, that is really good that someone's obviously cashing in.
Yeah,
and
cha-ching,
really nice.
cha-ching.
But I was like, I like doing my own bases.
Did you not get dice in this?
No, you don't get dice and you don't get a measuring ruler.
Measuring ruler.
And the reason for it is...
Racism?
Possibly, but allegedly, it's because this isn't a starter set, whereas the other ones are, which has like the basic.
Yeah,
rules.
because there's the 3 sets, isn't
Yeah.
there? There's the fishmonger, baker, and bread maker,
Possibly.
who's different from a baker because a baker deals with pies
Candlestick
as
maker?
well. Maybe. No, they do have names, stupid names like
Yeah.
Combat Patrol and
Yes, there's the recruit, lieutenant, and I can't remember the other one. I think it is. I know the recruit comes with Necron warriors and the other guy, and there's a lieutenant and 5 intercessors. The next one comes with the captain, I think it is, 5 intercessors and the 3 bikes, and the top rated one comes with terrain.
Yes.
So the top rated one is the same as the lieutenant one, I think it is, but you get terrain with the
And
terrain.
is that
Really
the
nice.
command one?
That might be the command.
Yeah, I was thinking of picking up one of each for the channel to do like an unboxing, and then we'd have a pretty large Necron army. And
Well, I've actually got the second lieutenant in this one. I've got that spare model.
Yeah.
Because someone I know bought the recruit one to get more assault intercessors because he wanted another group of 5 assault intercessors.
They are good.
And was like, I don't want another lieutenant. Do you want it? And I was like, well, you can customize it. He was like, I can't be bothered. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll have it. I'll customize them.
I will take the model.
But yes.
But yeah, so this is your set. What are your impressions of said set?
I really like it. Luckily I managed to pick this up less than retail from a third party shop, which is always good.
Which third party?
It was actually my local Boys, the general hardware store.
So you picked up your Indomitus from Boys.
From Boys, yeah.
Nice. I usually just get herpes.
They've just started stocking GW stuff, which is ideal to me. I don't have to travel a bajillion miles to get paint and things.
Nice.
They've started stocking it, and they had a copy of this at the bottom of the shelf. I have like the crazy metal shelf you get in shops.
Yeah.
Very bottom, shoved up against the back, and I was like, "Is that? It is the Indomitus box set." I missed getting it from the shop from like GW. I was like, "Oh, it's cheaper than that." Come out, and it wouldn't. I had to like dismantle the shelf to get it out.
Yeah. I thought I'd missed it because I was like, I'm not going to spend that much for it. However, I have a pretty decent partner.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
she
know
hooks me up with it.
the good thing is with what GW are doing to try and stop the scalpers, they then turned around and said, "We'll make it to order. If you put the order in, you will get."
That
I was
was
like,
brilliant.
for once, I actually approve GW.
Yes. We salute you, sir.
Yeah, definitely. But yes, that's my set. I really like it. I like all the models. obviously the new Necron stuff. I was always kind of on the fence with Necrons back in the day, but no one really played them. I was like, I don't want to get an army because no one plays them.
Yeah.
But seeing these guys, I'm very tempted to build them up. I'll try them in like a small game of kill team, and then a small combat patrol.
That's it. We're going to be doing a lot of combat patrol
Yeah.
on the channel because it's only 25 power level,
I think so.
which works out at almost 500 points, give or take, because power levels are different. But they're smaller games, so we can put them on the channel and then not take them.
This box set is it's the base of like the Crusade one. I think I have to read the rules.
Yeah.
But if you know, it's like the base level Crusade one. I want to say it's about 1,000 or 1,200.
Yeah.
Something like that. Which I do quite like the look of when I was reading, when I quick fled through the PDF rules.
Yeah.
Of actually doing the Crusade type thing.
Yes.
Where you kind of narrative play and everything you do affect everything else. And
I like the sound of that. That is our kind of thing.
yeah, especially when there's me, you, and Spark going to be doing it. We all have, with you with your orcs and him with his filthy sisters.
Wow, and such.
Wow, and such.
Yeah, so we're happy with the models. We're happy with the set. I think for what you got in the set, it was very well priced.
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of money, but for what you get, it was perfectly reasonable. And that's the thing. You'll always get the people who whinge straight away. Oh, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money.
Yeah.
It's a lot to pay out in one bulk. But
what was the Shadow Spear one when that came out? That was like
90, I think.
90 quid.
Yeah.
But when you work out, when you look at it now, to buy the box set, the Vanguard box set, you get everything in that for £60 from GW, but you don't get the you don't get the 4-boss captain, and you don't get the librarian. You've got to buy them separately.
Or the chaos.
Or the chaos stuff.
Yeah.
So you got 60 quid there, and if you buy those two, it's like 22.50, I think it is, for the captain, and 20 for the librarian.
And then if you want the chaos side of it, it's like 60 again, isn't it?
If you were to buy it that way, there's like 100 quid, and you're just getting
the marine
side
stuff,
of it. So sometimes it is worth, and obviously if you do know someone, like if we had spoke about this and said, oh, you want the Necrons, I want the Marines, we'll split down the middle.
Well, that's what I did with the Dark Imperium sets. I swapped with one of my mates, Kev. Not me. This is like...
There's many of you.
Yeah. I know so many Kevs, it's really weird. Like, my boss is called Kev, and my team leader manager of my department is also called Kev. I'm called Kev. My dad's called Kev. My friend Kev is called Kev.
I am not called Kev.
You are not called Kev, but I could honorarily make you a Kev.
Honorarily make me a Kev?
I would need to knight you. I now knight you, Sir Liam Kev.
Fair enough.
I've been doing too much King Arthur business. Anyway, we're going to put these away.
Yes.
Internet people, do your usual. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell us the names of these models. Help us, teach us. Hopefully you liked it. If you did, go check out some of our other videos. If you didn't like it, maybe check out some of our better videos. We do some good ones occasionally.
Some good ones on there,
yeah. Watch gameplay ones are usually the best because
I've currently been watching the Necromunda Learn to Play, where you taught Alan how to play it.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple of tiny little mistakes in there, but for the most part, it's pretty good how to play.
It's a good video because obviously we're going to be hopefully starting Necromunda soon.
Necromunda is coming to the channel soon. And we will do another how to play incorporating the 3D rules, which weren't out at the time that we did that.
Awesome.
But yeah, guys, as always, pray dice gods, hope to smile upon you. Be nice to one another. Take care, stay safe. There's a lot we have to add at the end now. And say goodbye, Liam.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Take care.